We can confirm reports that Barcelona are now in talks with Wolves about potentially trying to sign Adama Traore. Of course, he started his career at Barcelona. He is, as far as I'm aware, more keen to move to Barcelona than he is Tottenham. Of course, Tottenham and Wolves have been in talks for about a week to potentially get a deal done. It's my understanding of a fee of a permanent deal of around £23 million was agreed between the two fees, but Adama Traore was basically going to be used as more of a utility player at Tottenham, potentially playing at wing-back, potentially playing as a more forward player. Well, that hasn't potentially convinced him. The move back to Barcelona, though, seems more appealing. A loan deal with a €35 million, that's £29 million option, is on the table. Barcelona looking to be able to finance that, and that looks like the deal that's more likely than Tottenham.
Anton, thank you. Wow, right, Tottenham fans, get in touch. You have been doing that all morning about this Adama Traore situation. Hashtag transfer talk. I'd imagine you're not going to be very happy about this. Let's just recap with JD, Emma and Sam what Anton was saying there. So we know that Tottenham were in for Adama Traore. Tottenham wanted him for 15 million. Wolves wanted £25 million for him. It seemed like they were going to meet in the middle. All right, however, Barcelona now in talks with Wolves over a loan move, but with a £29 million option to buy at the end of the season. Right, Emma, we know the fans aren't going to be happy about this, Tottenham-wise.
This is a massive, massive blow for Tottenham. It was something that seemed like it was edging closer. I remember Michael Bridge, who is well-versed in what's going on at Tottenham and over in North London at the end of last week, saying he thought it would be done by the beginning of this week. And look, from the Spurs' perspective, Antonio Conte clearly doesn't have confidence in his existing wing-back options, so much so that he wanted to bring Adama Traore in to try and sort of convert him into a wing-back and convert him into a defender, if anything. Obviously, he's got attacking background. So, look, for Tottenham, it's a massive blow. For Adama Traore, Anton mentioned it there, he grew up in their fabled academy over in Spain, and he's been linked with a move back to Spain for some time now. There are some reports over in Spain as well, you mentioned it there, saying that Traore has kind of been a little bit unsure about the prospect of playing at right wing back and joining Spurs and what would that mean for him. And he's sort of waiting to see if Barcelona comes knocking. I suppose from the Barcelona perspective, they've got Ansu Fati, who's out injured at the moment, Ousmane Dembele, bit of a mess surrounding his future, what's going to happen with him. They need to kind of shore up their front line. Alvaro Morata was another target of theirs as well, but it looks like Adama Traore now has become their primary target.
From the Wolves side of things, Sam, is there a little bit of a risk here? Because if he went to Tottenham, they'd be getting just above £20 million guaranteed right now. With this one, this is a loan with an option, right? Not mandatory, an option for Barcelona to buy. Could they end up with Adama Traore back in the summer, and because he'll have less time left in his contract, he won't be worth as much?
They're probably thinking about the amount of time that he's played this season. Like I mentioned earlier, he's only completed 90 minutes this year, and the fact that, like Emma said, Dembele is out of contract in the summer, Fati's injured. They're probably thinking that if he does have a good 6 months there, that fee that they have spoke about could possibly be the case. And if that is the case, then that works out better for Wolves. I think Spurs fans are going to be fuming, like Emma said, because they've got a lot of players on their books that they've wanted to get rid of. I think Traore was one of the players that they were confident was going to come in, and now it looks like it's just not happening. Yeah,
well, there's a Tottenham fan here, JD, who says, we're always short. 27 days we've tried to sign Adama Traore. Barcelona have done it within 24 hours. We are a joke. However, on the other side of things, a Tottenham fan called Mark has said, it's not a massive blow. If Conte doesn't want him, then so be it. Also, Barca have to clear space on their wage bill to sign him, even if it's on loan. Well, the information we're getting, though, it's not that Conte didn't want him, though, JD. It's that this deal has come in from Barcelona, which Traore has fancied more.
I mean, you can understand it from the Traore perspective of naturally the affiliation he has with the club coming through the academy and not getting an opportunity to maybe establish himself as a younger player. But what he can do now as a more senior player, especially with the national team, and I talk about international tournaments coming up, that's probably where his thought process is. But bringing it back to the Spurs perspective, I think the first half of that tweet is quite interesting from a Spurs fan. 27 days, as he would say, chasing or shortlisting a player, the valuation being so far apart. And I don't want to say dragging your heels, but £10 million in this current market, it's clear Wolves had set their valuation. It's just going to have a bad residual effect in terms of within Spurs and how Antonio Conte is going to be feeling in terms of targeting a player and completing the deal. Because, as we said, when he came in November, he would have been given the information that he could go into these markets and invest in players that he clearly identified he wanted. And up until, let's say, 20 minutes ago to an hour ago, Adama Traore was definitely a target for Spurs.
Yeah, I think it was more for Spurs fans as well. It was so close, and that's what's probably more infuriating than anything.